we have number 44, Kaden Ames. Number 16, Jackson Faber. Number 5, Emmy Molstad. Number 8, Alex Cervantes. Yet all representing Central Springs. Also making up the Mohawks, members of the Clear Lake High School, number 13, Carson Asby. Number 25, Brady Bieber.
Nice one, Brady!
Number 27, Dylan Bieber. Number 6, Hudson Carney. Number 43, Jenny Fisher.
Yeah, big!
Number 18, Jude Sorensen. Again, all representing the Clear Lake High School. From Garner Hickfield Ventura, number 34, Dan Willett. From Gilbert High School, number 32, Brianna Wilson. From Broadview Center, number 77, Alec Dudley. From Mason City High School, number 91, Jacob Barr. Number 2, Avery Fire. Number 3, Lane Hansen. Number 4, Noah Hahn. Number 17, Max Lang. Number 10, Thomas Medlin. Number 20, Parker Page. Number 22, Brandon Pierce. Number 24, Kennedy Pierce. Number 29, Quentin Peterson. Number 12, Tanner Relo. And number 28, Jacob Cervantes. All representing Mason City High School. From Osage High School, Braden Roots, number 11.
Of course you get the Snickers. Give me it.
From Spirit Lake High School, number 97, Hintermeister. From Waverly Shell Rock, number 50, Jocelyn Engelman. And number 15, Jordan Engelman. Let's hear it for all of your Mason City Mohawk players. And thank you once again for coming out to support the team on this Be True to Yourself The jerseys the players are wearing are up for auction. Check out the silent auction located in section 114.
I'm deploying. You throw one up. Get on it.
And a big good afternoon. Hi, and welcome to the Mason City Arena, folks. Mitch Kieran back on the broadcast, and glad to be back in the home arena and on the home ice for your Mason City Mohawks for what should be a special varsity game here tonight. Not only did we have a very successful Mike Jam tournament from the weekend, make that from yesterday, but with the weather, this game that we've penciled in for a lot of great festivities for our local players and a good local cause for the holiday season. It's our all schools night game and our teddy bear toss in partnership with North Iowa Community Action, located right here in Mason City and 9 neighboring counties across North Iowa. So our goal tonight is simple. Hopefully those of you that have weathered the storm and kept up to date with the rescheduling have brought a teddy bear with you to the arena tonight in hopes that you can throw it on the ice when the Mohawks score their first game coming up here in the varsity contest. And with that, y'all are going to be making a lot of children very happy this holiday season. Well, this also should be a great game for the Mohawks, entering tonight's contest 4-9 overall, and Waterloo sitting at 8-5. But coming up momentarily, we're going to have ourselves a ceremonial puck drop, as well as the starting lineups coming your way next as we bring you Mason City versus Waterloo, the varsity contest, next on the Mohawk Hockey Network.
If your kids have a silent auction for the special secondary jerseys, the Mason City Mohawks are wearing during their warm-ups. And a reminder, when the Mohawks score their first goal of the varsity game, send those teddy bears out to the ice. Teddy bear toss, benefit kids in Northern Iowa, courtesy of your local community investment organization. forward number 25, Shane Hesse. And defense number 3, Maddox Hahn. And defense number 5, Jack Ricker. Lead goal, number 40, Andy Shell. Head coach, current coach, assistant coaches, Dr. Schrader, and Jeremy Hahn. That is the starting lineup for the Waterloo Warriors. And now the starting lineup for your Mason City Mohawks. Starting at forward number 17, Max Lang. Starting at forward number 27, Dylan Bieber. Starting at forward number 6, Hudson Carney. Starting at defense number 10, Thomas Medlin. Starting at defense number 3, Lane Hansen. And starting at goal, number 91, Jacob Bow. Head coach, the Mason City Mohawks, Michael Rooney. The assistant coaches, Jake Sorensen, Brett Shumway, and Wade Nielsen. The officials for this afternoon's contest, Bo Cook, Kyle Schott, and Matt Hell. We now ask you please rise and if you are able to remove your caps and join us for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mason City Mohawks inaugural Teddy Bear Toss Hockey Game, partnered with North Iowa Community Action Organization. Since 1965, North Iowa Community Action has made it their mission to provide quality services that empower people in need to achieve and sustain economic stability through collaborative efforts. In tonight's game, you will make an impact on the lives of hundreds of children by tossing your donated teddy bears and stuffed animals onto the ice when the Mohawks score their first goal. At this time, please direct your attention to the ice as we welcome North Iowa Community Action Organization staff member, Connie Wright.
And welcome back to the broadcast booth, folks. My name is Mitch Kier, making my way back up here after the ceremonial puck drop with Nikeo teacher Connie Ryan and Bentley doing the puck drop for today's inaugural teddy bear toss game. Now Parker Page with the puck currently for Mason City. Just about a minute into the contest, working it into Waterloo's territory early here. Now Quentin Peterson keeps it deep. Just going to give my quickest apologies here while I catch my breath, but this is a very exciting first-time event for the Mohawks. So once we see our first score of the contest, our white ice out there should turn nice, colorful, and cuddly as teddy bears from all angles of the arena here will be thrown once the Mohawks score. Making that last save in net for Mason City, number 91, Jacob Barr. As he's got one of the wins so far in this season. Now Mason City taking the puck past neutral zone. A quick shot on net and an open net back door, but quickly cleared nicely by the Waterloo defense. So again, the rules of the teddy bear toss stated as Waterloo's going to bring in their offensive zone, but it's going to be quite a feat to accomplish that sooner than later, getting a goal past Andy Schell, who's having himself quite a season so far for the Warriors between the pipes. Also having a silent jersey auction here tonight, as you saw the Mohawks warming up in the red and black Christmas sweaters with the teddy bears on the chest. Highly anticipated sweaters, just very unfortunate that Waterloo had to wear red on the road, and we couldn't wear those during the games, but everybody got a good look. But here's Mason City with a steal and a blocker save by Schell. A great shot on goal early for Mason City off of Aiden Hintermeister, representing Spirit Lake at All Schools Day here. That's another event moved to Sunday afternoon, as Waterloo couldn't make the trip with the obvious statewide icy road conditions that began Friday night. So we're still scoreless here, just 3 minutes into the first period between Mason City and Waterloo. The Mohawks entering tonight's contest 4-9 overall, sitting at just 11th place outside of the top 10 needed to make the postseason. Still plenty of season left for the Mohawks, but sooner than later it'd be nice to get on a little bit of a run here, as Waterloo's going to try to get one on net, and off of the pads, off of a nice wrist shot off of Maddox Harn, the points leader with 20 for the Warriors. Puck gets sent deep in the Mohawks' attacking zone. Back to the point with Medlin, looking for an opening. But what great use of the body, Logan Caldwell, laying a shoulder into Medlin and jarring that puck behind the blue line, and taking away a potential scoring chance for the Mohawks early here. All right, feels good to get my breath caught up finally, as so far deadlocked in the opening minutes here. 13-17 on the clock, and the starting line for Mason City back out on the ice with a face-off. Puck still loose in the neutral zone, and now it's going to be Dayton Neidert bringing it up for the Warriors. Thomas Medlin doing a good job as the Warriors penetrate up the near side. A long pass intended for Lang. Off of the deflection, won't be icing, as Mason City has had a lot of success quickly flipping the sides of the rink. And here comes Avery Byer off of a steal along the far side, tries to sauce a pass across the ice to Noah Hahn. Can't connect, but Braden Pierce will hold the line. But a couple of red sweaters swarm the loose puck and get it back to center ice. Long pass gets tipped in traffic by Avery Byer. And around the boards into the corner in front of the net for Jacob Barr. Tries to freeze it, but nothing doing there. They send in a long shot. Neidert on the doorstep looking to poke it in, but couldn't quite pull the trigger as the puck zips by him. But the Warriors still looking to get on the attack. And here comes Parker Page. Just a true freshman rookie for the Mohawks, but boy, has he made quite an impact so far. Getting a couple of nice points back this last week as Alex Cervantes tries to go top shelf blocker side, just missing the mark for what could have unleashed the stuffed animals through the air. 11 and a half minutes to go, still scoreless here in this opening frame. Long pass intended for Aiden Hintermeister, and here's an odd man rush. Wrist shot, and deflected. Nobody home for the rebound. And what a save by Andy Schell. Like I said, it's going to be quite a task to get the puck past Schell. He has been not too shabby so far for Waterloo this season. A save percentage just shy of 90%, and he has all 8 of the Warriors' wins in their 13 games played thus far. Waterloo 8-5, sitting currently in 8th place in the standings. And overall, it's been not a bad season for them. Warriors working it off the face-off, but Mason City will get a stick on the puck. Trying to penetrate here. And instead, it's going to be Logan Caldwell bringing it out. And poked back the other way by Lane Hansen. For Mason City, they're coming off of a weekend split just last week against Cedar Rapids, which included a 5-3 win last Saturday and a 6-5 narrow defeat last Sunday. For the Mohawks, 7 points leading the way, Max Lang. A 3-goal weekend for Hudson Kearney and 5 total points for Dylan Bieber leading the charge for Mason City. Bieber the total points leader still for the Mohawks at 25. Lang not too far behind him with 23. And for Jacob Barr, the 1 win to his total so far, a save percentage at 84.7%. And also leading the varsity, actually second to Jocelyn Endelman with total saves at 127. Endelman leading the Mohawks with 154. Saw some really nice saves out of her in the JV game just not too long ago. But unfortunately, that one also going to Waterloo in a 3-2 final score. Face-off currently set for the right wing. Just outside of the crease for Jacob Barr in the Mohawk defensive zone. And it'll go back to Waterloo. A shot gets deflected by Jackson Faber and still a loose puck. Cervantes trying to work it out of the neutral zone. And Hintermeister will bank it off the boards. Icing gets waved off. And we're still in play here at 9:40 to go in the first period. Brady Bieber will try to send it deep, gets deflected in traffic. And a long pass will go nowhere, and icing on the north end of the rink. So again, with the readjusted weekend schedule here, still not a bad turnout. Glad to see as many people as we do for a Sunday afternoon. And for those as many as possible wielding stuffed animals, hopefully sooner than later, those can clear the glass and onto the playing surface, but only once Mason City scores. Off the face-off, Waterloo tries to work the boards, but Medlin's there to pick it off. Bieber will hold the line. Dylan Bieber sends it in and just punched away by Schell. Kearney trying to corral the loose puck. Lang also getting deep. Lang trying to work it out of the corner with the Mohawks' top offensive line, and we might have a delayed penalty here on Hudson Kearney as the play ended, and unfortunately, looks like a roughing call at 9 minutes even left in the first period, and Mason City with their first man disadvantage in the penalty kill unit. Going to try to hold the line for Mason City for the next 2 minutes. So the power play unit on the ice for Waterloo as that puck gets cleared by Mason City off the face-off. Let's hope they can hold their defensive zone or, hey, maybe make something happen. We've had a handful of shorthanded goals so far this season for Mason City. Hudson, Kearney, Lang, and Medlin all with one. From the point, Waterloo's looking for an opening. Remaining patient so far as Harn looking to set up Neidart. The shot gets sent in up over the net and off the glass. Now back to Harn, and that one looking for a deflection goal, but it's deflected off the Mason City defenders. Looked like Medlin got a stick or a body in there, and they'll be able to clear it and cut this penalty in half with just 60 seconds remaining. Down to 8 minutes left in the first period, still waiting for our first score of the game as Dayton Neidert bringing it up now for the Warriors. Now over to Harn, and he'll work it across the ice. Mason City just working their zone so far. Byer works up closer to the puck. Back to Harn at the point. 39 seconds remaining for this Mason City penalty kill unit. They send it in. Medlin jumps in the way. And the puck gets cleared once again. Less than 30 seconds remaining before Kearney leaves the sin bin. And we're back to even strength. Now blazing up the ice, but losing his skates underneath him. Number 12, Max Schuckman, I believe. 10 goals to his total, and I think he was getting a little antsy for number 11. And the penalty kill unit for Mason City will prevail as they get back to full strength. Kearney right out of the box trying to go for the puck. Now it's Finney trying to center it. Backhanded shot just too far out in front of Barr. So no harm there, and Waterloo will just let the puck slip by them. 6.5 minutes to go, still scoreless here from the Mason City Arena. It'll be a nice homestand for Mason City as next week we should be right back here to take on the strong Sioux City Metros. A puck drop for the JV game to start off the weekend on Saturday at 1:30. Varsity to follow at about 3:30. And then some matinee hockey for you next Sunday for noon and 2 p.m. for Mohawks versus Metros right here on the Mohawks Hockey Network. So Mason City still playing their defensive zone here as they get 5 skaters back on the ice. That one gets poked away by Dylan Bieber. Here come the Mohawks. Kearney with a wrister. Off the glove, still loose puck. But Shell just gets back inside the crease. What an opportunity for Mason City as Kearney with a great shot on net, and we saw some teddies getting people winding up on that one. Close, but no cigar just yet. But hey, we still got a lot of hockey left here this afternoon. Face-off will go to Mason City as they get the puck back to the neutral zone, but corralled quickly by Mason Harn. So that's a name I'm saying a lot today, Maddox Harn. One of the biggest playmakers for Waterloo with 16 assists out of 20 points. Shell's going to catch that one out of midair and just elect to not freeze the puck, just throw it back. But that allows the Mohawks to get on their offensive zone. But they'll send it back the other way. Off the Warriors, Quentin Peterson will bring it up. Tries to bank a pass up to Alex Cervantes. Had a solid start to his season. Cervantes out of Central Springs. They try to wrap around here behind the net of Barr. That looks like it's off the peg, and a good job by the head referee to call that one, as it just might have easily gotten kicked off. So Cervantes, 3 goals, 3 assists for the sophomore forward out of Central Springs, as he's been a difference maker in a lot of the Mohawk wins so far we've seen, and also a handful of players that usually pulls double duty for JV as well. Off of the face-off, Barr will freeze the puck, but Waterloo's going to keep it off the second face-off, sending in a shot off the boards. And Neidert looking for an opening, just spinning around. Lane Hansen doing a good job getting in front of any possible passing lane, pinning him to the boards, and Medlin will stay firm in the slot there and force the Warriors to get back on side. Flying in to get a stick on the puck, Bushbaum sends a pass back to Neidert, but the Mohawk defense prevails. Bieber, nice work laying out and sending the puck back and allowing some fresh skates onto the ice for Mason City. Parker Page will jump on a loose puck here. Gets behind the blue line. Avery Byer trying to bring it up, but knotted up with Neidert. And there's a body to Parker Page off of Andrew Bushbaum. Byer still keeps it in motion for Mason City. Tries to sauce a pass over to Parker Page. It gets intercepted. And Dylan Bieber. That's Braden Pierce actually trying to send it back the other way. Thomas Medlin trying to field it like a grounder. Staying knotted up with Neidert. Good use of the stick, but Waterloo works it all the way in front of the crease of Jacob Barr. Hintermeister is going to go hard into the boards. Waterloo getting physical off of 6'4" defenseman Jack Rickers. Laying a body there right in front of the bench. Back to center ice. There's a nice move by Mason Harn. Sends a shot in, but well wide of the net as we're winding down to just about 2 minutes and 44 seconds in this opening period, still scoreless. Varsity will keep Waterloo on the attack momentarily. Lane Hansen will jump on the loose puck around the boards. Bieber tries to pop it up to Jackson Faber in stride. But Waterloo, for the most part, controlling this puck. They haven't gotten too many clean shots off, but they're trying to play their game of hockey. Still getting outshot by the Mohawks, nonetheless, 5-4. Let's see if they can break it open here. Carney will send it over to Thomas Medlin, trying to center it right in front of the crease. That one gets poked away by Shell, and Waterloo quickly turns the tide here. There's a shot right just off the pad. Jager Reisty sending it in. Maddox Harn with a wrist shot, trying to go top corner, and nothing open there. Here come the Mohawks with Dylan Bieber. Down to our final 90 seconds in the first period, as they're getting a little physical down there in the corner. Down to 1:20. Mason City trying to make something happen off the near boards here, as Waterloo continues to have no problem clearing it out of their defensive zone as this period wages on. Down to our final minute. Trying to get deeper, Jalen Fleur. Around the boards he goes, behind the net of Barr. Waterloo sends a shot in off the leg pads of Barr. Now Hahn tries to hit Byer in stride off of his stick. There's a wrist shot, and just wide of the net. Mason City almost gets a deflection there for Parker Page. He'll now pin his man against the boards, trying to get that puck loose. Pierce with good use of the body. Mason City still just can't get it out of their defensive zone. As Barr kicks the puck away once more down to our final 15 seconds. Maddox Harn, good use of the stick. Right into the breadbasket of Barr. And a nice save there. And to stop the game at 11 seconds left in the first. So with the face-off coming up in Mason City's defensive zone, it's not looking too likely that we're going to see these teddy bears take flight just yet. The face-off will go to Mason City. They're struggling to chip it out, but I think this is going to take us to our buzzer. So we played our first 17-minute stanza here from the Mason City Arena, and nothing doing yet. We're deadlocked in a defensive affair. And we'll see you again in the next 15 minutes. But your current score from the River City, Mason City, and Waterloo tied up at nothing on the Mohawk Hockey Network. Well, welcome back to the home ice for your Mason City Mohawks here in the Mason City Arena on the west end of the Southbridge Mall. My name is Mitch Kieran. Glad to have the opportunity to call all the home varsity games for the Mason City Mohawks hockey team this season. Real personally quick, just got to give a quick shout out to my buddy Pete Sartorius tuning in to the broadcast here this afternoon. As the Mohawks make their way back onto the ice, we're still scoreless after the first 17 minutes. Well, hopefully, as the goaltenders flip sides on the ice here, we're going to have some better success at cracking this thing open, hopefully with a Mason City goal this second period, and we can finally commence the teddy bear toss. But also don't forget, today is Be True to Your School Day, as we have 9 area high schools represented in the Mason City Mohawks High School varsity and JV teams. That includes Central Springs, Clear Lake, Garner Hayfield, Ventura, Gilbert, Grundy Center, Mason City, Osage, Spirit Lake, and Waverly Shell Rock. Players representing 9 schools here today. With all the weather and readjusting of the schedule we've had to do this weekend, this is still not a bad turnout, and hopefully sooner than later we can give the fans a real treat for some area kids and eat some Christmas gifts this holiday season. Also a big moment happening this weekend in the Mason City Youth Hockey Program. A very cool landmark at where this program is heading. As hitting the ice yesterday in the Mike Jamboree, we had an all-girls team in the 8U. So we got to see 4 high school players, girls representing the Mohawks, but also fielding an entire team of girls for the 8U class. That is a very special moment for where this program is heading. So be sure to get all the details by following Mason City Youth Hockey on Facebook and Instagram. And you could also feel free to add me, Mitch Kieran, on Facebook or Twitter, as I usually try to get the game updates as well, and some highlights as they happen. So Mason City in the white sweaters with red numbers and black helmets and pants, working left to right now. Waterloo in the red and navy, working right to left. It's going to be Lang and Bushbaum on the face-off as the puck drops here for the second period. Waterloo still trying to get on the attack, as they've simply dominated puck control and kind of out-muscled Mason City in that opening period. But we haven't seen much offense so far here today. 8 shots on net for Waterloo, 5 for Mason City, as Carney gets a quick steal and sends one, but it gets deflected and off the mark through traffic. Thomas Medlin holding the line. Mason City trying to get on the offensive, and do we have a delayed penalty? And we do. However, it doesn't look like no one's heading to the penalty box for the Mohawks. Instead, they're just going to get the face-off right in front of the net of Jacob Barr. Had to have been on his toes. Waterloo making a lot happen in their attacking zone so far. Mason Harn sends a shot in, but it goes off the net wide of the pipe. On the blocker side, Parker Page gonna come away with the puck, passes it over to Noah Hahn, but quickly gets slapped away. Waterloo not giving Mason City much of a chance at all. Between the pace of the game and the sweaters, you would think that maybe they're not digging the whole teddy bear toss thing today. But nonetheless, a good youth hockey program, 8-5 overall. Obviously, they're probably just playing for the win. They send a pass in deep to Max Schuckman, but they can't get a shot on net, and instead it works all the way around, and icing will get us back to the south end of the arena. Faber, not a bad performance off the face-off, but Waterloo's going to come away with the puck. Maddox Harn sends a shot, and Jackson Faber with a good use of the stick to at least force Waterloo out of their offensive zone. Let's see if Mason City can keep it deep here, but they're going to be given space conservatively as Faber lays a nice body into the boards. Hintermeister will send it deep, hopefully just trying to keep the play in the attacking zone for Mason City. They're going to pop it up. It's caught by Thomas Medlin. He'll bring it over himself. Working it around the boards. Hudson Carney there to keep it deep for Mason City, but a line change nonetheless. That'll give Waterloo a lot of space to clear it. And now Dylan Bieber will cross over and offsides between him and Carney. They had eyes on the blue line, and not a bad call for offsides. We'll have Pierce and Brady Bieber in the back half protecting the line for Mason City as they win the faceoff and just send it deep. Now there's Hudson Carney with an opportunity. Now Max Lang with a shot. Open net. Nobody there to bury the puck. And Waterloo will quickly clear it as they have been all game. Jacob Barr with a nice punch to the puck and a blocker save at 14 minutes even. Still nothing opening offensively for Mason City despite a nice shot on net from Max Lang, but nobody is home for the rebound. Three minutes into the second period, still scoreless. Waterloo back in their offensive territory. And just dancing around the crease, almost getting a backhanded one in. Andrew Bushbaum with a good look, and here come the Mohawks. They've got numbers. Dylan Bieber with a wrister and the goal! And let those teddy bears fly! Can teddy bears fly? They sure can. They defy gravity, and Mason City with the lead, 1-0. You'll love to see it. It's going to be a happy holiday season as we have finally 3 minutes and 19 seconds into the second period. Who else but Dylan Bieber with his team-high 14th goal of the season. And the ice at the Mason City Arena just got a lot more colorful. They're still coming in as we're just trying to work them towards the corners. Obviously, we don't want the game to stall too long. The goal number is 300. Be sure to stay tuned if we hit that to give some Christmas gifts. All colors, all sizes, you'll love to see it. And we'll get back underway momentarily as they're still trying to get more on the ice. So who else but Dylan Bieber, the team leader in goals now with 14. Actually, I'll stand corrected, 13. but 26 points. What a start to the senior forward out of Clear Lake, and didn't stall the game too badly. And now Mason City going to keep playing for the win here. But they lead it 1-0, 3 minutes and 19 seconds into the second period. And what a fun display for those in attendance for the inaugural Teddy Bear Toss for Mason City Hockey and in partnership with North Iowa Community Action Organization. So we're back underway here. Mason City with the 1-0 lead. And they're going to work it back into their attacking zone. And now Waterloo, for the most part, been controlling the puck, giving themselves more scoring chances offensively. 10-6 is the shots on goal margin in favor of the Warriors. And we're going to see if they can keep the pressure on now that a new sense of urgency settles in as they trail for the first time here tonight. Play's blown dead as we have action at the neutral zone far away from the puck. And it's going to be number 5, Jack Rickers, heading to the sin bin at 13:06. So that's the first minor penalty for Waterloo. He'll be serving up 2 minutes. And for the first time, Mason City goes on the power play. As they have 2 penalty minutes to their credit, with Hudson Carney back in the first period. Now let's see if they can take advantage here, as Waterloo will quickly clear the puck. Medlin will bring it up for the Mohawks as they got 5-on-4. Hudson Carney flying in, almost getting a nice crossover, trying to get deeper. Instead, it's going to be a short-handed attack. Nobody home with Logan Caldwell. Couldn't quite get a shot off, as good back-checking for Mason City. With now less than 90 seconds, Medlin loses the puck. They got to reset once again. Try to set themselves up to build to this newfound lead. Medlin will work it over to Carney, and he'll send it deep to the boards, trying to give chase off of the body of Braden Pierce. And Waterloo, impressive on the penalty kill unit so far, shaving half of it off. Down to 50 seconds. Mason City can't even get a shot on net thus far. Byers going to give chase to the corner where Maddox Harn is going to try to clear it. Hahn there also trying to dig it out. Still behind the red line. And Waterloo, tenacious defense shorthanded. Hahn will kick it up to Byer. Mason City trying to make the most of these final 20 seconds on the man advantage. They'll work it up to Neidhart, waiting at center ice. Trying to give a crossover pass, Lane Hansen. And he'll lose control of the puck where Barr will freeze it comfortably in the crease. Just 10 seconds left on the penalty for Waterloo. 11 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the second period. Faber tries to bring it over the line. Waterloo will get back to full strength here as Hintermeister intercepts a pass, sends it deep, just right of the net. They're going to try to bring it out behind the net of Shell. And what a pass up the ice. Andrew Bushbaum went toe-to-toe with Thomas Medlin, and I gotta tell you, I've been very impressed with how Medlin holds the line defensively. Really sets the tone on the defensive side of the ice for the Mohawks so far this season. He's also credited for the assist here tonight, and he got a handfuls back last weekend in Cedar Rapids as well. And he did a very good job not allowing a clean shot from Bushbaum. That one just sent rifled into the corner. Face-off will go to Mason City. Lang will bring it out of the boards, racing forward, but great back checking. But still a chance and a goal! Mason City now leads 2-0. Plenty of action in front of the net for Shell. This is either going to be Hudson Carney or Max Lang. One of them just camped outside the crease, catching Shell off guard and by surprise as he just rifles the puck in frustration out of his net. Mason City locked in. It's been all Mohawks so far this second period, and fresh off of the penalty kill. That's got to feel pretty good for the Mohawks.
Scoring for your Mason City Mohawks, number 27, Dylan Bieber.
Well, I'm going to stand corrected. They're going to credit that goal to Dylan Bieber. And Hudson Carney will get the assist, and Max Lang as well. So it might shape out to be a big night for Dylan Bieber. Already 2 goals here. That one coming at about 6 minutes and 38 seconds. As the puck behind the red line of Bar, Waterloo desperately trying to get back on the attack, and they're just trying to reset entirely as Schuckman works all the way back into the defensive zone. And that'll allow Finney to get a shot on net for Jacob Barr. Waterloo playing a little pressed here in the second period, quickly finding themselves behind 2-0 now. Nearing the halfway point with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in period number 2. Mason City will get another face-off here. Love to see this level of toughness. Mason City adjusting to Waterloo, making the most of their offensive chances. Loose puck goes all the way back behind the line of Shell. Waterloo feeling like they're just going to have to throw the whole book here, trying to set themselves up offensively. Back to center ice, they got the captain, Dayton Neidert. He's been trying to set up the Warriors all night long. They've had a lot of good looks, 13 shots on net. That's more than Mason City's 8. But just no luck. Good use of the stick at center ice by Aiden Hintermeister. He'll bring it over the line for Mason City, but can't set anything up. And again, not to discredit Shell, the netliner for Waterloo, but 2 goals on 8 shots on net. Not quite the second period he's been hoping for here, but for the most part hasn't seen much action. And Mason City really set themselves up nicely on both their goals with not a whole lot of bodies in the way in front of the net of Shell. A shot sent in deep, looking for a deflection off the stick of Shane Hesse, but it goes wide. Nice save by Barr. Might have been kicked away. And I think we'll have icing here at 7:53. Braden Pierce, impressive defensive work, dropping down to the knee, getting in front of the way of a pass, causing a whole lot of commotion near the boards as Bieber lays wood into the boards. And Mason City comes away with the puck, trying to clear it as Bieber rifles a pass up the ice to Hudson Carney. They can't connect. We'll get some new skaters on the ice for the Mohawks in the whites and black. Pierce with a nice body along the near side as the puck gets away from Carter Buchan. Jager Reisty works it over towards back to Buchan, banking it off the boards. And Buchan will try to send it deep. Too many bodies in the way. Mason City trying to clear it still. Noah Hahn with it currently. Hahn getting closer. Noah Hahn, backhanded shot, still a loose puck. Ed Shell sprawled out, works his way back up, and finally freezes it amidst the chaos outside the crease at 6:35. A good opportunity to score for Mason City. Got to give a lot of credit Noah Hahn bringing it up the ice. But tip your cap to Andy Shell there. Just coming away with the puck. Making a lot of adjustments in no time. Mason City will get the face-off here. Still looking to apply the pressure at 6:30 to go in the second period. Waterloo playing defensively once again, and there's a collision in front of the blue line. Play gets blown dead. Looks like it'll just be offsides. Faber will go for the face-off here with Jalen Fleur. And Waterloo will come away with it momentarily. A loose puck. Once again pounced on by Fleur. And they trying to work the corners once again. Mason City, impressive defensive work here tonight as Waterloo continuing to control the puck despite two unanswered goals from the Mohawks, both courtesy of Dylan Bieber here in the second period. Cervantes will send it deep just to keep Shell awake. Allow for a line change, and Shell will just freeze the puck at 5:49 to go. Bieber sends one in quick off of the face-off, but just getting the pad was Shell. Impressive vision. I'm surprised Bieber even got it on the mark. Not to discredit his accuracy, but just that many defenders between him and the net. Puck gets deflected out of play at 5:40, and we'll go back to the face-off circle left of Shell. Waterloo will come away with it. They'll send it across the ice towards the captain, Neidert. Waiting for his men to catch up, and he'll cross over. Now over to Bushbaum. That shot gets deflected. Good use of the stick by the Mason City defender. I think that was Hansen, and now Max Lang will jump on it. Nice crossover by Lang as he brings it up the ice. Max Lang with a shot. Still a loose puck. And Shell just freezes it. Not the time to exchange Christmas cards here as the Zebras will fly into the crease at 5:12. Another scoring opportunity just escaping the Mohawks at 5:12 in the second period. Starting to put a little more pressure on as this period carries on. I'm sure the Warriors were just waiting for second intermission to get their bearings straight here. They miscommunicate who's getting off the ice off the face-off, and Braden Pierce sends a shot in from the point, deflected into the net at 5:08. Face off to the right of Shell. This will go to Waterloo. Byer will poke the puck away and bring it around the near side. He'll kick it back to Brady Bieber. Now back and forth along the boards, back to Byer. And that'll get tipped away by Caldwell. Pierce trying to keep it deep as the puck goes back behind the red line. Waterloo sends a nice pass. Nice job for Braden Pierce to drop down to the knees, but it's still in stride. A backhanded goal by Cale Butchin at 4:38. So Cale Butchin right there as Pierce jumps in front of a pass. But incidentally, he'll kick it right to Butchin, bring it up the near side, crossing over right in front of the crease. Uses the backhand of his stick to just squeak the puck by Barr at 4:38. A very nice move for the sophomore from Waterloo West to cut the lead in half for the Warriors. Mason City will get the puck deep right off the faceoff as Dylan Bieber currently with it behind the red line. Carney trying to keep it as Lang tries to sauce a pass. And we'll have high sticking at 4:15. Back underway here at 4:10. Off the face-off, we're trying to dig it out of the boards. It's Mason City with it now. Back past center ice. Dylan Bieber giving chase towards the puck, now over to Lang as he gets pinned up. And Neidert will come away with it. About 3-on-3 as the Warriors still working up the ice. And Hudson Carney. Good defensive work to take away a shot from the Warriors as they're still trying to set themselves up. Neidert with a one-timer from behind the red line. Sent in off the flick of the wrist by Andrew Bushbaum, but Barr expected it one step ahead, and he makes a nice save at 3:35. Face-off will go back to Waterloo as they try to send a shot in deep. Off of Owen Dellinger. Aiden Hintermeister will send it over. Potential offside, so they had to just kind of wait. And Waterloo will bring it out of the defensive zone once again, still trailing the Mohawks 2-1. Aiden Hintermeister has it at center ice. Now over to Jackson Faber. A couple of shots on net, both blocked by Shell. Puck gets sent in as Dellinger will bring it up and all the way into the Mason City defensive zone himself. But Braden Pierce will jump in front of a centering pass, and he'll bring it up himself. Look at the hustle by Pierce. He's got a good opportunity. Braden Pierce across the front of the net. Not sure if he was going for a one-timer. Nobody was home. There was a lot of empty net. On the other half of that goal. The clock ticks under 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the second period. Still a 2-1 score. Pass across the ice. Noah Hahn will dig it up himself. Send it towards Shell, kicked away off the pad, and the net should have come off the peg, and we're going to keep play here as Shell will put it back himself. Waterloo sends the puck deep under their own attacking zone as they get some fresh skaters back out on the ice. Now under 2 minutes remaining. Barr will hand the puck off behind the net to Hansen, and up towards Avery Byer. Waterloo, for the most part, they just have Guys just harping on the puck, whether Mason City's got it covered or not. As you see Byer that time with the loose puck, he had to just kick it up before he caught a body in front of the Waterloo bench. Well, after that last play, Mason City with an opportunity on the doorstep here, a face-off in the left wing, their attacking zone. They kick it back to Dylan Bieber as that one gets deflected by Neidert. Medlin tries to center it. He'll bring it back behind the net and send it over to Max Lang. Couldn't see the defender behind him, and the Warriors trying to clear their defensive zone. They'll get it back over the blue line. Lang will kick it deep. And another scoring opportunity gets away from Mason City. After a pivotal face-off victory, we now got less than 1 minute. And a loose puck deflected back towards Barr. Will luckily just slap the glove on it at 54 seconds. Face-off goes to Mason City, trying to escape the final 50 seconds of pressure as Waterloo desperately trying to tie this one up. Back behind the net is Maddox Harn, whose puck tipped up by Carney. And still, good job by Bushbaum to keep it in the attacking zone. A couple of quick passes off the post. What an opportune shot right in the slot. Just a quick turn and up off the top corner. Kiss the bar for good luck. We still got a 2-1 score in just 15 seconds remaining in this second period of play. Parker Page does a good job slapping that puck back towards the Mohawks bench. Waterloo racing up the ice, trying to get another shot on net. Look at the hustle. Back behind the net, but time will expire despite the charge led by Max Schuckman. It took us to the second period, but we have already had a successful inaugural teddy bear toss with the Mason City Mohawks varsity team. And now all that's left is a Mohawks W, but they got 17 more minutes to make that happen. At the end of the second period, it's Mason City 2, Waterloo 1. Back after the second intermission on the Mohawk Hockey Network. Welcome back to the broadcast booth here at the Mason City Arena. My name is Mitch Kieran. We have just one more 17 minutes of hockey here. And Mason City coming out of the second intermission, leading Waterloo 2-1. Just barely getting outshot 18-16, as the majority of this game it has felt like Waterloo has been in the attack. But Mason City making leaps and bounds in that second period to get the lead and also to finally put pressure on the Warriors netliner Andy Schell, as Dylan Bieber credited for both goals in that second period, 3 minutes and 19 seconds in, to commence the Mohawks' inaugural teddy bear toss, assisted by Thomas Medlin. Just about 3 minutes and 19 seconds later, at the 6:38 mark, Bieber found the twine once again, assisted by Carney and Lang. Then about 12 and a half minutes into the second period was number 23, Cale Butchin, with the first goal for Waterloo. And that one to cut the lead in half and get us where we are now, 2-1 Mason City. Now moving right to left on your video dials here on the Mohawk Hockey Network. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe, as we plan on giving you every live broadcast, both home and away. But I'll be providing the play-by-play coverage for every home varsity game. But again, right here on YouTube, the Mohawk Hockey Network, your home for each JV and varsity home and away hockey game here for the Mohawks. Face-off to start off the third period gets us underway, as Waterloo corrals it back behind their own red line. Bieber giving chase, jarring the puck loose. He'll have a chance here. Sends a shot in! 16 seconds into the third, and it's a hat trick for Dylan Bieber. Bieber from the corner, basically kittywampus of the net, but don't count him out. Bieber with the sniper. Not only has it been a standout year for Dylan Bieber, once again coming back as one of the captains alongside Hudson Carney. Not one, not two, but 3 goals so far for Bieber.
With his third goal of the game, number 27, Dylan Bieber. With the assist after 6, Hudson Carney.
And it's Hudson Carney with his second apple of the afternoon as well. So, hey, I got to give thanks to both Dylan and Hudson for helping promote the Teddy Bear Toss event, and now both with a multi-point standout performance here as they extend the lead 3-1 over Waterloo. But you got to keep your foot on the gas pedal here, as Waterloo quickly trying to get back on the attack. They send a shot in. It gets popped up off the stick of Peterson, and Barr easily snags it for a save at 15:52. Puck's going to be loose around the boards behind the red line of Barr. It's been a good night for Jacob Barr. Only one shot getting past him on 20 total. He's had some nice defensive work in front of him. And Mason City making the most out of their opportunities. 17 shots on goal, 3 of them getting past Schell. Also seen a lot of the Mason City faithful around the tables just outside the press box here on the upper level of the Mason City Arena with the jersey auction. Very cool sweaters, but with Waterloo wearing red, unfortunately, not entirely game worn. But this has been a happy night so far. Hopefully we can make this an annual event for the Mohawks with the Teddy Bear Toss, along with many other great events like the Veterans Game, and of course tonight with the All Schools Night, with 9 area high schools from North to Central Iowa being represented by the Mohawks on the ice tonight. Just over 2 minutes into the third and final period. Mason City still clutching to a 3-1 lead. Dylan Bieber with the hat trick. Another happy weekend for Bieber as he lays a body. And it looks like we have a delayed penalty, and just as I say that, I'm going to be kicking myself for the broadcaster's jinx, as Shell will go back to the bench. An extra attacker on the ice for Waterloo. That delayed penalty still intact here. Waterloo just continuing to pepper shots. Mason City finally getting the stick on the puck, and Bieber will be serving up a 2-minute minor. So far, neither team capitalizing on a power play opportunity. This is the second for Waterloo on the man advantage. Face off to the left wing in their offensive zone. Neidert with the puck. They'll send it back to Maddox. Harn at the point. Trying to take their time. Harn weaving through traffic, and Avery Byer. Nice job jumping in that lane and flicking the puck back deep into the Waterloo zone. Again, we've heard it time and time again from Coach Rooney. This is a defensive team for Mason City. They pride themselves on holding the line. Let's see if they can do that here as the penalty now down to 90 seconds. Byer doing a good job getting the stick on the puck again, forcing Waterloo to get back on side. Maddox Harn trying to get through traffic. He had about 3 bodies around him. Still tries to get a shot off deflected. Waterloo still on the attack. They'll get it back to center ice off the stick of Braden Pierce. Waterloo will try to set up again. A long pass to Neidert on the near side. Dayton Neidert will have to spin around, and once again, he'll get past Carney, trying to set up a one-time opportunity. And on a loose puck, Owen Dellinger just cranks a shot, but off the mark and off the boards. Waterloo with just 40 seconds left to capitalize on the power play. Thomas Medlin will bring it up through the neutral zone, and he'll rifle this one up and out of here into the net at 12:39. 26 seconds left on the Waterloo power play. Waterloo off the face-off, 12:35 left in regulation. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Mason City try to clear it. It goes off the heel of one of their own skaters. Bieber ready to just race out of the box. Plays the game so hard. A leader by example for the Mohawks. And not afraid to get a little physical too, but Bieber will head to the box, and Mason City, as you hear PA announcer Joe Malone. Also got to give big thanks to Joe Malone for helping promote tonight's events. Joining me in our Nikeo offices as well to talk the Teddy Bear Toss, and it's been a fun one so far. Like I mentioned earlier this period, hope we can turn this into an annual event. And got to give big thanks to everybody in attendance as well to help make this a fun night, especially through the weather, through the postponement, and even still on a Sunday night. We can have fun for a good cause this holiday season. Waterloo off the face-off. Barr will jump in front of the puck with another nice save. Mason City racing towards the puck. Maddox Harn holding it at the neutral zone, now just over the blue line. They pinned the referee into the boards there, and they finally wave it dead. Looks like Harn might have lost his bucket out there. Clock stopped at 11:41. Still Mason City leading Waterloo 3-1. We've seen a lot of exciting stuff here tonight. The all-schools night, T-shirts getting thrown, teddy bears getting thrown. A ceremonial puck drop and a hat trick for Mason City's Dylan Bieber. So there's a lot you can look back positively on, but I think a win over Waterloo might be the cherry on top. They need 11 and a half minutes to do so, and why not keep the pressure on the attack? Puck's currently pinned to the near boards. They're going to clear it. A nice poke check by Cervantes to halt the Waterloo charge. Hansen trying to bank it off the boards, trying to clear the zone. Mason City with another successful penalty kill just a moment ago. They've been weathering the pressure all game long. Waterloo still out shooting Mason City 23-17. Well, let's see if the Mohawks can capitalize once again, trying to go through a deflection goal off the stick of Carney, but just missing the mark on an open net on the lower left-hand corner. Carney still with the puck on the red line, tries to sauce it over the center. Nobody home, and it gets intercepted by Cale Butchin. And Lane Hansen, good defensive work just beyond the blue line. Will kick this one up to Parker Page. He gets outnumbered in front of the board, still back and forth. It's Page once again digging it out. Waterloo will send it deep, and they'll get a fresh line out there. 10 minutes to go. Neidert has it in front of the blue line, sends it in, deflected. Waiting was Bushbaum for the rebound, but couldn't quite open up on the glove side of Barr. Mason City's defense still prevailing here in the third period. Waterloo looking for an opening. They get a one-timer, but just popped up off of Hesse's stick. And not on mark. Mason City trying to work it through the neutral zone. And Dellinger will send it in, and it looks like offsides off the body of Medlin. And deeper than him across the ice was Shane Hesse to stop the play at 9:23. Face off in front of the blue line, just outside of Mason City's defensive zone. They'll kick it back across the ice. Waiting for it, Max Schuckman. Waterloo's leader in goals with 10 through 13 games. Nice block by Cervantes, and that's got to be a penalty as Cervantes shaken up after the play. Hate to see it off a cheap shot. Dellinger's going to head to the penalty box. Cervantes back to a knee. His captain's around him, and a nice round of applause for Cervantes to skate back to the ice, back to the bench at his own will, making a nice play defensively. And that penalty might be costly as Waterloo still trying to chip away at a 2-goal deficit. And now Mason City goes back on the power play for the second time tonight. That's just our fourth penalty, 2 on either side of this contest. Waterloo clears the puck back to the Mason City zone off the faceoff, but Thomas Medlin will bring it up. Tries to kick it over to Max Lang. Medlin will jump on his own pass. Medlin will get it back to Carney. Looking for an opening. Carney over to Medlin with a shot on net off the skates of both Pierce and Harn. Harn just grappling for the puck. And Waterloo with a shorthanded attack all the way in front of the net of Barr. And Bushbaum goes tumbling into the net, taking it off the pegs at 8:32. A minute 26 remaining in the power play for Mason City. And now it looks like Dylan Bieber is going to go back to the box. So that's his second penalty in this third period alone. And now we got 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and a half. And Waterloo could potentially go back on another power play here. Both teams looking for an opening as Waterloo will go all the way back to their defensive zone to corral the puck. Harn brings it up as he hits the deck, no tripping call. Medlin will bring it up past center ice. He'll try to send it deep. It goes off the shoulders of Jack Rickers. Waterloo, they're going to take their time with 4-on-4 hockey as they could also go on the power play. But now Finney with a good opportunity rifles it right into the pad of Barr. Waterloo going to be bringing it out of their defensive zone, and looks like Carter Butchin almost getting tripped up on the play as he works it towards the corner. Medlin will try to send this one over towards Hudson Carney. It gets deflected. Carney will work towards the corner to get it. Tries to send it back. Nobody home. Now Max Lang right in front of the net rifles a shot. Carney right there gets kicked away. Nobody on the doorstep, and Waterloo will come back the other way now on the power play for the next 30 seconds. Nice crossover and a goal. An impressive score to get back within one for Waterloo. And that one courtesy of Max Schuckman, his 11th goal of the season. Making time count right as Dellinger gets out of the box. Schuckman with the dangles, deking through traffic. Ultimately turns it into an odd man rush himself, mano-a-mano with Barr. Can't knock yourself too hard after a goal like that. Schuckman obviously in a talented forward for Waterloo, and he shows it there as we now got a 3-2 score with less than 7 minutes remaining here in the third period. They work it across the ice towards Dylan Bieber, and he'll deke through traffic, sends a shot on goal, and a second chance. Andy Schell makes the save. What a play by Andy Schell. Dylan Bieber just slicing through the defense. Sends a shot off the body of Schell. A second chance on the other side. Not sure who sent that one in, but he makes a pair of saves as Mason City crashes the net. Looks like Lang and Caldwell tied up in front of the bench, and now Waterloo with a good opportunity to tie it up here. Braden Pierce with a quick takeaway. Banks it off the boards, but icing to stop the clock at 6:16 and send us back to the north end. Face-off coming up in front of Barr. Right off the face-off, Waterloo gets a shot on net. Barr with a very nice save. That's his 25th of the game. Waterloo, I'm not quite sure they got that one in front of the blue line, so they safely will retreat and reset. They try to get back on the attack. Avery Byer playing very nice on the defensive side. He'll poke this one up, but outnumbered as Schuckman will race in to corral the puck. Working the boards, Pierce, Hahn, and looks like Fleur will try to dig that one out. Still a loose puck along the boards. Fleur with it. Trying to kick it over towards Schuckman. 5.5 minutes left in regulation. A one-timer from deep. Dellinger gets that one swatted away by Peterson. And play's going to be stopped once again at 5:22. Around the boards towards Carney off the faceoff. They'll set this one up for Dylan Bieber. Here's an odd man rush. Bieber just gets the puck poked away from him far enough to not get a shot off. Hansen there to hold the blue line. Open net. As Bieber just peppers the puck into the leg pad of Shell. Nearly doubling the lead once again for Mason City. Another scoring chance just narrowly escapes them as Waterloo gets it back on the attack. Mason City once again having to ride defensively. Barr kicks it away, and somehow on the rebound, Neidert misses the mark on an open net. And I think Endelman might have gotten just a little too far outstretched in front of the ice. Stop the play. What'd you see, Kim? Endelman says my bad, and we'll resume play here momentarily. 4:32 to go. Still a 3-2 score, and you could just sense the urgency for Waterloo as they send a shot in deep off the glass. Intermeister will try to hit Hahn, and strategy, that's Carney. Now here's Butchin. Working along the near side. Brady Bieber doing a good job forcing it behind the net. They'll go back to the point with Reisty. Kicked away by Barr. Despite the 2 goals, this has got to be a game you can look back upon fondly if you're Jacob Barr. 26 saves so far. And we're going to hope for a lot more here in these final 4 minutes. As a loose puck at center ice, Mason City quickly turns it around, but great back checking for Waterloo. They've just been swarming the puck. Both forwards and defenders all night long. Butchin will send it in, and he'll head to the bench. Mason City trying to clear it yet again. Medlin will go off the boards up towards Parker Page. Noah Hahn trying to track down the puck at center ice. Page gives a good shove to Caldwell as the puck skirts by him. Now up towards Noah Hahn. He'll tip it to wave off icing, and more fresh skates on the ice for Mason City. Looking for their 5th win of the season. Good use of the stick. Medlin slaps it away. They work it up towards Max Lang. Here come the Mohawks. Lang with a shot. Right off the body of Shell. Not a bad shot taken by Lang. Trying to work glove side. Mason City can't jump in front of that one, but luckily icing at 2:41. Mason City going to try to capitalize on the upcoming face-off here, but then you got to be prepared for the extra attacker should Waterloo get this out of their zone. Waterloo will get the face-off, and they'll try to work this one up towards Neidert. Pierce there to hold the line up towards Dylan Bieber. Mason City gets back on the attack, but Bieber outnumbered. He'll try to kick it over towards Hudson Carney. Carney with a shot just off the post at 2:22. Here comes Waterloo over the line. Maddox Harn, he'll kick this one up towards Hudson Carney. He'll get it back past the blue line, down to our final 2 minutes. And here comes Neidert along the far side. Too many bodies in the way as Page gives a nice check to jar the puck loose. There's a shot just off the post. Bars saw it but couldn't quite get in front of it. And now Mason City trying to turn the tide once again. Parker Page will give chase to the loose puck all the way back behind Shell. Now the neutral zone. Max Lang with a steal. Lang working the neutral zone, 1:23 left on the clock. And here we go. There's that extra attacker now for Waterloo. Empty net. Mason City. You got to do one thing at a time here. Lang with the puck pinned up against the boards. Waterloo still looking for an opening. Back to Dellinger. Dellinger's shot just wide of the net. Still an open net across the ice, but Waterloo putting the pressure on in this final minute. Max Lang trying to go for the puck at the neutral zone. Now Dylan Bieber sends it deep, and that one's in! 4 goals for Bieber! And that one to potentially put the game on ice. Mason City doubles their lead 4-2. The accuracy from the defensive zone. He can score from anywhere. With 41 seconds to go, Waterloo's luck might have just run out. They'll call for a timeout, but what a game for Mason City. So desperate times call for desperate measures, obviously, with a 1-goal deficit this late into the contest. Waterloo predictably pulls Shell, the goaltender. And I think he's going to still remain on the Waterloo bench. Waterloo's not giving up just yet. They still got an empty net. Down to our final 35 seconds and counting, and the Warriors, we cannot count them out just yet. Neidert working it, trying to get out of the corner. They try to center the pass. Up back in front of the net, and there's an empty netter. Avery Byer going to bring it up. And Avery Byer with the 5th goal of the afternoon for Mason City. Avery Byer with the steal, pops it up, assists himself. And he'll bury it on the other side. So Mason City's own Avery Byer to put the final nail in the coffin, and what a game for Mason City. Tempers flaring as the game ends here. Still pushing and shoving from number 26, Logan Caldwell. Mason City with a huge victory here on Sunday afternoon. 5-2 over the now 8-6 Waterloo Warriors. Talking with Captain Hudson Carney on the latest edition of Meet the Mohawks, he said, we got the talent and the chemistry to hang with, not just hang with, but beat any team in the league. And they beat a good one here tonight. Your final score, 5-2, 4 goals for Dylan Bieber, and the final one for Avery Byer. What a great game, and we'll see you back here on the Mohawks Hockey Network next Saturday starting at 1:30 for the JV game for the Sioux City Metros as we welcome them into the River City. And I'll have the call for both varsity games on Saturday at 3:30 and Sunday at 2 p.m. But until then, let's enjoy this one. 5-2 Mason City wins on Be True to Your School night. Thanks for tuning in and have yourselves a great evening.